Check 1 2, check 1 2, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome on in to the boys, the broadcast here, the live broadcast of the Nixyaawii Golden Eagles versus the Umatilla Vikings varsity boys game. Again, welcome back if you were in the girls game, and welcome in if you're just not getting here for the boys. This is Wyatt Tona here representing the KCW. Representing the Red Show here live in Umatilla, Oregon at the high school. This is a matchup here between the Vikings and the Golden Eagles. If you missed it, the Golden Eagle girls end up getting a 30-point win, 47-17 over the Vikings. Wasn't a whole lot to It was again another practice night. Apparently, another chance for the Golden Eagles to get their reps in. The backups got to play a little bit more tonight. But about a minute until game time here for the boys, and it's just me again. Like I said, Boots with the Fur couldn't be here tonight, and got Anson back at the station making sure we're all good to go. So thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. You're listening on the airwaves of 104.1 FM, or you're listening on the YouTube page. All right. Sorry. So we're getting ready to start the game here.
First, the starters for the Golden Eagles. The sophomore, number 0, Riley Bronson.
So Rylan Bronson's one of your starters. Then a senior, Dylan Abrahamson, shot caller.
Junior, number 3, Baron Moses.
Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I was also taking care of something else too. So far, our starters, we have a sophomore, number 0, Rylan Bronson, a senior, number 1, Dylan Abrahamson, a junior, number 3, Baron Moses, a sophomore, number 4, Simon Picard, and number 20, senior, Aaron Barkley. Coached by Jeremy Barkley. Okay. So a sophomore, number 3, Michael Montez. Number 14, he's a sophomore, Davis Raymond. Number 42, Marcus Cooper. Number 1, he's a senior, Emilio Jaimes. Number 2, Caden Salamanca. So that's your starting lineups for the Umatilla Vikings. Their head coach is Scott Bowe. So we are in for a good game, I hope. Last couple of days, it's been a couple of, last couple of games they've played, I guess. I wouldn't say that the game against, it was a little out of comfort for us. But anyway, so we're getting ready to start the game here. Bears ready to jump. Tip off with number 14, who is Davis Raymond. Bear with the tip. Golden Eagles get the ball. Barkley up to Abrahamson. Abrahamson, shot caller looking at something to do. He passes it to Bronson. Bronson to Abrahamson for 3. Bank shot. 3 points for Abrahamson right off the bat. Full court press as usual by the Golden Eagles. Moving the ball around. They're trying to drive it in. 2 points was no good, but they're fouled on the shot. So number 3, Salamanca, or 2, number 2, Salamanca is going to the line for 2. The foul looks like it was going to be on Barkley. So his first personal and first team. Salamanca at the line for 2. 7:32, only about 30 seconds has gone by so far. Takes his first and he makes it. So no shortage of offense here on both teams. They're moving pretty quickly and they're scoring pretty quickly. Salamanca on his second attempt and is good. Barkley's going to take the ball up now for the Golden Eagles. Passes to Bronson. Bronson back to Barkley. Barkley to Bronson. Bronson's going to drive it in. Abrahamson, good look right there for 2. No good. Out of bounds. Abrahamson tried to save it, but it couldn't. I guess it stuck to him, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what it was. So Golden Eagles on the press. Out of bounds. Tipped by Bear, it looks like. And it's going to go to the Vikings. So Jaimez is going to inbound. He gets it into Montez, who's guarded by Bronson. Salamanca is being guarded by Abrahamson. Gets a screen, drives it in. Now he passes. He's got the ball. He's going to pass it out to Montez. Montez is going to pass it over to 42. 42 to Jaimez. Jaimez passes it down to Cooper. Stolen by the Golden Eagles. Abrahamson takes the ball down behind the back. Tried to get too fancy, and he turned the ball over. Looking over at the at the bench, and Coach Barkley is looking at him like, what the heck was that? That's the thing about these boys. They like to be flashy with their execution. But right now, execution is more important than the flashiness. So let's see how they handle it. So Vikings with the ball now. They're moving the ball around. Contested 3, no good. Rebounded by Picard. Picard passes it to Moses. Moses is going to drive it all the way down to Barkley in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Montez. He passes up to Barkley. Barkley all the way up to Jaimez. Passes it back to Montez. Back to Jaimez. Some great defense by the Golden Eagles so far. So Jaimez for 3. In the face of Moses. Abrahamson for 3 was no good. Looking for a little bit of back and forth. But 5:48 left in the first quarter. 5-3 right now. Golden Eagles down 2. Umatilla leading. Barkley guarding up on, so they're calling a travel. So a substitution, number 40, Prindle's checking in for the Vikings. So Moses is going to inbound to Abrahamson here in front of their bench. And it's in. So Abrahamson with the ball, passes over to Barkley, back to Abrahamson. Abrahamson down to Moses. Moses for 2. Faked out the defense, got them all in midair. Jaimez, some tough defense there, and great, again, some more offense. They're going to call a foul on Abrahamson. His first, second team. So Vikings will get it on the baseline. Gets it inbounded. Jaimez with the ball now, being guarded by Abrahamson. Cooper now, Montez for 3, and it's good. So Abrahamson with the ball, passes over to Moses. Moses back to Abrahamson. Abrahamson tosses it out. Abrahamson's got a few turnovers early in the game. They're affordable right now since there's so much time left. Stolen by Bear Moses. Now he's going to take the ball. He's going to stop. No, he's not. He's going to drive it all the way up for 2. He knew there was contact, but he's going to hop on back on defense. Can't allow those missed calls to get to your head because we've seen that happen with the girls. We've seen that happen yesterday with Four Rivers. The Four Rivers was frustrated with a lot of their missed calls. So, travel. Yeah, they're traveling like they're the visiting team. So, Abrahamson's taking the ball forward. Pass is going to pass it over to Barkley. Barkley's got the ball. Pass it back to Abrahamson. Abrahamson all the way over to Moses. Moses gets right through the defense for, nope, no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. That's the thing about Bear, man. He knows how to break through defense, and he knows how to get right to that basket. And he's tall and he's lengthy enough to be able to reach that rim like it's nothing. So creates a lot of contact. Makes his first. So clearly Umatilla is more focused on their boys varsity since there weren't really that many here for the girls. There's a lot here for the boys game now. Good for 2. So 8-7, 1-point game, just under 4 minutes left of the first. Jaimez with the ball now. He's going to drive it down. He's going to stop. He crosses up. Barkley gets a foul on the shot. Yep, I know it's slick out there, but Barkley just went on a trip. So Jaimez will be at the line to shoot 3 free throws. Knocks down the first. Withers is checked in for Abrahamson.
Withers is going to check in for Nixyaawii.
Good for 2. And has one more attempt since he was fouled on the 3 ball. Good for 3. So 11-7 now, 3:45 left in the first quarter. Barkley's going to take the ball up, passes over to Picard. Picard gets it back to Barkley. Barkley's going to pass it over to Bronson. Picard for 3. Nothing. He didn't even touch the rim. Golden Eagles are taking a lot of 3-point attempts, and they're not really hitting them. Meanwhile, Umatilla is taking a lot of threes, and they're actually hitting them. So timeout, Golden Eagles. 14-7. 3:17 left in the first quarter. Golden Eagles, they were struggling. They're still struggling. Meanwhile, Umatilla is knocking down shots. Again, there was quite a few turnovers by the Golden Eagles in the game so far. A lot of passes that were just kind of thrown away, and there was a lot of shots that were taken that were missed. Again, and also Umatilla has a few turnovers as well, a few traveling calls, but on offense they're executing. And the crowd here in Umatilla is a little bit livelier than they were for the girls' game, as you guys could probably hear over my microphone. So clearly the boys team is a little more favored than the girls are, whereas it's usually the opposite for our home games, where all the crowd clears out for the boys' game. So, anyway, thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. This is Wyatt Tona representing KCW, representing the Rez Show here in Umatilla. Hope you guys are staying warm, staying safe out there. I know the roads are pretty slick, and I know that illnesses are still going around. So back to the action. Barkley with the ball is going to drive it, passes it out to Bear. Bear is going to get it, drive it in for 2, no good. Trying to draw the contact, but they're not going to make those calls again. So Salamanca with the ball, passes it over to Prindle over to Montez for 3. Montez knocks down another 3-pointer. So far it's a tough start for the Golden Eagles. And they pass the ball away again.
Estrada's going to check in for Umatilla.
So a substitution was made for the Vikings, number 30, Estrada, RJ Estrada. Cooper, Montez taking the ball forward here now. Montez for two was no good. Stolen by John John. John John passes it to Bronson. Bronson to Picard. Picard for two. No good. A lot of contact, no foul. So a jump ball there. So again, the Umatilla boys, junior varsity, also took a hard loss against the Umatilla Vikings earlier. It was a two-point game. Offensive foul on Salamanca.
His first.
So Bronson's going to inbound to Barkley here. 1:58 left in the first. It's 17-7. Golden Eagles are down. Barkley over to Bronson. Bronson to Picard. Picard back to Bronson. Bronson to Barkley. Barkley to Moses. Moses to John John. Withers passes it back to Moses. Moses is going to drive it in for two. Gets it knocked around a little bit. He's going to be going to the line for two.
Raymond with a foul his first. Moses at the line shooting 13.
So the foul was called on Raymond. Good for one. He's getting ready for his second. Good for two. So, Matt, obviously the Bears not letting the crowd get to him as far as the free throws go, because the crowd is really, they're really active. Now, I don't want to say the crowd as much as it is the bench. But anyway, the Vikings with the ball. Salamanca has it over here in the corner, guarded by Picard. Raymond for two. Coach Barkley is showing a little frustration on his face. Of course, right now it's just, so they almost passed the ball right away there. Bronson for two. No good. Rebounded by the Vikings. So, yeah, tough start for the Golden Eagles. Less than a minute left, and there's still a 10-point game. Salamanca for two, or three again, is no good. Bronson gets the ball over to Picard. Picard for two, good.
Runner's good. Picard for two.
So about 30 seconds left. Less than it's an 8-point game now, 19-11. Still obtainable, still early in the game.
Barkley with a foul. His second, 14.
So Barkley gets a foul. It's his second. So Bronson, oh, wow.
Montez with a foul his first.
Bronson was on the fast break, but the ref calls a foul to prevent it. So Golden Eagles get the ball. Last few seconds, about maybe a possession. If they, nice pass by Bear, or from Bronson to Bear. 6-point game now, about 10 seconds remain. Montez here with the ball. 7, 6, pass it over to Raymond, over to Estrada. And that's your first. He hits the buzzer beater, but it wasn't a buzzer beater. So it is a 6-point ball game so far. 19-13, 6-point ball game. And, I forget to mention, Umatilla is a 3A school versus the 1A Nixyaawii Golden Eagles. So that's where the matchup is here. Again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys are staying warm and staying safe out there, wherever you guys may be at. listening to us either on YouTube or listening to us on the actual radio, 104.1 FM, KCW LP Pendleton. Again, this is I believe. Well, no, I lied. Yesterday was the last home game of the year for the Golden Eagles, and it's going to be today. They traveled here to Umatilla, and I believe next week, next Wednesday, if all things go well, they'll be heading up to Baker City for a invitational up there. And as far as I know, I'm planning to be up there as well to make sure that you guys are able to tune in. I'm glad I get to provide this to you guys for a very low price of $3.99. Yep, that's right, $3.99. Shout out to Anson as well for making this happen. So Eagles with the possession to start the quarter. So Vikings are clearly staying on that zone defense. So they're calling over and back. Apparently he's probably one of the only ones that have a whistle tonight. So Salamanca passes it to Montez, inbounds it, guarded by Barkley here. Passes it down to Simon, apparently. Simon for two, no good. A lot of contact with it. He was on a putback, and they call a foul. So it's going to be a. So the foul was called number 40. Prindle is his second. It was a putback shot, but they're going to call it on the floor. So Barkley passes it to John John. John John loses it and passes it out to Bronson. Bronson to Barkley. Barkley to Picard. Again, the only whistle out there tonight makes a traveling call. So the Vikings are going to take the ball down. Salamanca for two, foul. Or travel. Whatever the case was, I missed it. But glad to see another whistle's out there working. Bronson passes it over to Barkley. Barkley passes it back to Bronson. Bronson to Picard. Picard for a three. Still no good. Out of bounds. Stays. It was off the white, and you could see it on the footage, but Elmer Fudd wants to give it back to the Vikings. So that's exactly what will be happening here. So now Estrada passes it down to Salamanca. Salamanca passes it to Montez. Montez guarded up by Barkley. Montez, wide open drive and gets 2 points. Barkley to John John. John John for two. It's no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Vikings take the ball up. Montez, another wide open drive. Not sure exactly what happened. Out of bounds. It's going to the Golden Eagles. Not 100% certain what's going on out here. I'm trying to stay caught up, but things are moving so quickly. I'm just doing my best. Again, I'm running the camera and talking at the same time. So Bronson for three, and he hits it. Knocks it down to a 5-point lead. Just under 6 minutes left of the half. So it's still obtainable, like I said. Golden Eagles just got to keep their minds right and stay in it. So Montez playing with the ball, passes over to Salamanca. Salamanca passes it out to Estrada. Estrada passes it out to Salamanca. Salamanca is going to try to get past. No, yep, and he passes it out to Montez for three. Rebounded by Bear. Bear to Aaron. Aaron for two. And it's good. So smarter offense there. Now it's a 3-point game. 5:20 left in the first half. Second quarter here. Montez takes the ball forward for the Vikings, and he's going to try to call for a play, trying to get somebody open for a three ball, it looks like. Bronson on the steal. So yeah, they're starting to come back on them. Golden Eagles playing some smart defense. No one player really had possession of the ball, but their timeout will go to the Vikings. So 5:03 left in the first half. It's 21-18 right now, 3-point ball game. Like I said, it's still obtainable for either team. Golden Eagles are starting to come back, kind of heat up a little bit, and playing a little bit smarter on their offense. And yeah, Vikings, they're snipers. They can shoot. All their players can do something, and that's how you execute. So again, hopefully you guys are staying safe and staying warm out there. Getting tongue-tied here, but if the weather how it's been, I know the tribe was closed today. I believe Yellowhawk was still open, and yeah, it's just been crazy. So again, hopefully you guys are having a good night. Again, happy Indian New Year. It'll be H-Neen Kimti and Miwit, or Ayayani Chimti Anwiched. See, by now they'd put the ball down for the Golden Eagles and started counting, but they're going to give them the time they need to show up. Salamanca passes it into Montez. Montez with the ball guarded by Bronson. Foot slits, they're calling a travel. We're under 5 minutes left. So Golden Eagles will get the ball. Moses inbounds to Abrahamson. Abrahamson, I didn't realize, check back into the game. He passes it to Barkley. Barkley over to Bronson. Bronson, they're moving the ball around. They're trying to break the the zone. That's the word I'm looking for. So, offensive foul. Not sure what he was implying, but Bear offensive foul for, I guess, hooking onto the other player. Not exactly sure. So anyway, the Vikings with the ball here. Salamanca passes it down to Prindle. Prindle for two is no good. Rebounded by Picard. Picard is going to take the ball down. Kind of trying to clothesline him or something. Barkley was wide open for the three. Passes it to Bronson. Bronson fakes the pass, passes it to Simon. So kind of starting to slow the ball down. Bronson over to Picard. Picard to Moses. Moses to Bronson. I don't know exactly what they're trying to execute here, but it's not quite working out either way. Barkley open for two, and he gets it. So now it's a 1-point ball game, 20-21. Crazy pass there by the Vikings, but they get past the defense. So Jaime is being double teamed. Travel called. Number 40 was trying to back down the defense, but he's shuffling his feet in the meantime. So Marcos Cooper is checked in back for the Vikings. Moses is going to inbound to Abrahamson. 3:30 left in the first half. It's 20-21. Golden Eagles down by one. They're trying to figure out how to break the great zone defense that the Vikings are playing. Passes it away. Vikings with the ball, but now they're smart double team. Timeout taken by the Vikings. So some more smothering defense. It's 21-20. Vikings are up one with 3:13 left in the first half. So the Eagles are starting to warm up, or the Vikings are starting to cool down. Either way, the momentum is kind of evening out now. So now the Golden Eagles are catching back up. Very fast-paced action. I tell you what, I'm sitting here trying to keep caught up with this, and it is not working out too well. But again, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your night, and I'm glad you guys are tuning in, being able to watch this instead of having to drive all the way over here. So Salamanca is going to inbound. He gets it into Montez. Salamanca with the ball again, being guarded by Barkley this time. Gets over to Jaimez in the corner. Takes a crazy shot. No good. Rebounded by Bear. So Moses is going to take the ball down. He's going to slow it down. Maybe. Nope. He's going to drive it right on in there against the defense. Elmer doesn't know how to... So Elmer was watching travel, apparently. Doesn't know a Euro step. So travel being called on Bear. Bear's going to get right back there on defense anyway. So missed opportunity, out of bounds, and it's going to the Golden Eagles. I apologize. I'm trying to keep caught up with what's going on here. Bear and Dylan are both doing a great job keeping their emotions in check tonight because these two are the only two that have gotten technicals, I believe, this year so far. Barkley is open for two. Nice look. Golden Eagles take the lead now. 22-21. After struggling around the first quarter, they're starting to make their comeback. Stolen by Bear. Bear's going to go all the way down for two and one. Bear and Moses, man, got the steal, drove it down, got 2 points, got the foul, goes to the line for and one. See if he can make his free throw. So far, he's 4 for 4. No, this ain't Wendy's. Their crowd got pretty quiet real quick. Bear knocks down his 5th, so that's 5 out of 5 for him. Bringing a 4-point lead for the Golden Eagles now. Jaimez with the ball, gets a screen by 14. I forget his name off the top of my head. Salamanca passes it to 14 and bounces off. So, yeah, Vikings are getting frustrated. They're trying to figure out what to do about the Golden Eagles. Montez for two, gets it blocked. Oh. The one that wasn't even anywhere near the shot calls the foul. So Montez will be going to the line. So the foul is called on Bronson. It looked like a clean block from my angle, but apparently it wasn't. So Montez will be going to the line for two. Ball doesn't lie, because look at that. He missed his first one. So 21-25, 1:48 left in the first half, second quarter. Montez getting ready to take a second. Misses them both. So Abrahamson now is going to take the ball, pass it to Bear. Bear for two. A lot of contact, no call there. Salamanca passes it to Montez. They're not sure what to do. So they're calling a technical on Bear. So technical on Moses for some unknown reason. So anyway, technical foul was on Bear, and Jaimez at the line. He misses his first. Misses them both. All the opportunities being given to him, they're still not making them. So coach is getting a warning. So, yeah, a lot of emotions are not, just because I brought up the emotions, yeah, here we go. So 2 points, still no good. Rebounded by Montez. Montez, no good. Bronson with the rebound. Man, oh man, if you guys were here, you guys would know. Offensive rebound. Barkley passes it to Moses. Moses with the ball. Passes it back to Barkley. Barkley is going to drive for 2. No, he gives it out to Picard. Picard's going to drive it in. Out of bounds. Stays with the Eagles. Holy moly, you guys. Holy moly. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry if I start falling behind. Smudge, don't judge me. I'm trying to keep caught up. Abrahamson into Picard. Gets fouled on the shot.
Cooper with the foul. At the line, shooting
So
2.
foul was called on number 42, Marcos Cooper. Picard will be at the line for 2. Knocks it in.
Montez will check back in for Umatilla.
And Montez checks in for the for the Vikings. So Picard made his first. The crowd really quieted down real quick, let me tell you. Misses his second, but Bronson gets the rebound. Oh! So another turnover by the Golden Eagles. 53 seconds remain in the first half. 5-point lead for the Golden Eagles. It's a different story from the first quarter. A lot has happened since then, though. 30 for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Jaimez. Jaimez, no good. Out of bounds. No, it's not. Saved by Barkley. Barkley is going to pass it up to Bronson. Bronson is going to give it to Bear. Bear for 2. No good. Foul on the shot. Has the momentum changed, man? Has the momentum changed? Looks like number 1 may have some kind of injury. He had to loosen up his shoe. Bear knocks it down again. So number 23, that is Munoz. Bear missed his first free throw of the game. So I'm not sure. They're playing some crazy offense. Barkley is going to drive it in. A lot of contact, no good there, but Bear gets the offensive rebound. Bear's going to pass it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson takes the 3, no good. Rebounded by Cooper. 2, 1. Close, but no cigar. Well, there you go, you guys. Momentum has changed. Nixyaawii 27, Umatilla 21. Again, emotions and tensions got really high. Bear got a technical for saying something, and Coach Barkley was wondering what he said. He was asking the ref what he said, but the ref wouldn't tell him. And, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's up. So, anyway, off to halftime. Check back in here in a few minutes. Stay tuned for the second half. All right, and we're back. 3 minutes still left in halftime. But yeah, if you're just now tuning in, man, might want to rewind it and check it out. It's been one heck of a game, man. So Umatilla led the Nixyaawii Golden Eagles 19-9 in the first quarter, and then now halftime, Golden Eagles are up 27-21. So that means that Umatilla only scored 2 points in that second quarter, while Golden Eagles went up by 18. And again, if you missed it, Bear Moses did receive a technical for apparently mouthing off to the other player. And Coach Barkley was given a warning for asking what Bear had said. And emotions and tensions got real high. And it didn't slow down the Golden Eagles, though. And, of course, that technical the free throws that they were taking for the technical, both were not good. They both missed. Umatilla's missed a lot of free throws tonight and a lot of shots. I think their game might have been thrown off after the fact that I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what threw their mojo off, because they started out the game just fine. They were knocking almost everything down. But now they're struggling. So, but again, thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. Live on YouTube and also live on the airwaves back at the station. Shout out to Anson for making that happen. And I heard, I don't know what I heard. I've heard a lot of things, but I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, yeah, so we're getting ready to start the second half here. With less than a minute left, the Umatilla boys just now coming out. The Golden Eagles are ready to go. So again, this is the Nixyaawii Golden Eagles as the visiting team here at Umatilla High School to the Vikings. If you missed it earlier as well, the girls did. Nixyaawii girls beat Umatilla earlier, 47-17. Not quite the same matchup here. A little bit more advanced. The boys are doing a lot better than the girls were doing. Speaking on Umatilla's behalf. So getting ready to start the second half here. Third quarter beginning with possession going to the Vikings. So with the ball here, number 30, Estrada. Pass it to Montez. Montez gets fouled on the shot by Bronson.
Fouls on Bronson. Montez at the line, shooting 2.
So Montez will be going to the line again. Spent a lot of time on the free throw line, these guys have. Haven't been as efficient as the Golden Eagles have when they've been to the line. Misses it again.
Bronson's second foul, first team of the half.
And he takes his second, and it's good. So it's 1-2 in that opportunity there. It's a 5-point ball game now, 27-22. Golden Eagles take the ball up. Barkley passed to Bronson, back to Barkley. Barkley is going to look around. He passes back to Bronson. Bronson to Moses. Moses for 2, no good. Rebounded by Salamanca. Passes to Montez. Vikings getting back on the offense. Golden Eagles back on the defense. Again, it looks like they're trying to get open for a 3-point opportunity, but it's just not working out not working out for them. So Montez with the ball, passes it to Cooper. Cooper over to Estrada. Estrada passes it back over here to Raymond. To Salamanca for 2, no good. Out of bounds, it goes to the Golden Eagles. So offensive struggles continue for the Vikings, 22-27. Abrahamson to Barkley, back to Abrahamson to Bronson. Bronson to Moses. Moses is going to take it in, pass out to Barkley. Barkley to Picard for 2, good.
Jumper's good. Picard for 2.
So long pass there to Salamanca. Salamanca is guarded by Abrahamson. Passes to Estrada, guarded by Barkley. Stops his dribble, couldn't figure out what to do there. Cooper is being guarded by Picard. Nope, he's switching over to Montez now. Bear steals the ball, passes it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson stops it, slows it down, passes it to Bear. Bear is trying to figure out what to do. He's being doubled. Picard off a nice look of Dylan right there. So they're starting to swarm him again. Foul on Dylan. That's his third, I believe.
Abrahamson with his foul, his third, second team.
Yep, so Dylan's third and second team so far. Substitution. Prindle back in for the Vikings. Salamanca inbounds to Montez. Back to Salamanca, guarded by Barkley now. They're playing man defense. No, now they're going to call the foul.
Guard with the foul, 13.
Simon's just starting to kind of laugh it off. So that's Simon's first personal. Bronson, so Barkley tips it. Bronson caught it, gave it to Barkley. Barkley to Abrahamson. Abrahamson 2. Now it's a double-digit lead for the Golden Eagles. Could have been called over and back right there. Moses said he don't care about all that contact. He's still going to get those 2 points. So 22-35 now, 13-point ball game for the Golden Eagles. It has been very, very interesting this half so far. The only point that the Vikings have gotten was off of a free throw. And again, the Golden Eagles are starting to smother on that defense, which is causing them to turn the ball over. And a lot of the points are coming in on fast breaks. And they're limiting, the Golden Eagles are also limiting their turnovers this half too. They struggled in the first. So 5:34 left in the third quarter, 22-35. Golden Eagles are up by 13 now. Again, this wasn't the same. So yesterday when we faced the Four Rivers Falcons, the boys were tied up 11-11 at the end of the first. And then ended up going to be a 40 or 30-point blowout, almost a 40-point blowout. Today, same thing. I'm not saying same thing yet, but Golden Eagles were down by 10 at the end of the first. Now we're up by 13 in the second half. So a lot of heart in the game. Definitely, boys are playing smart. He's out of bounds. So another turnover by the Vikings. Bronson to Abrahamson. Abrahamson passes over to Moses. Moses gets doubled, but he says he doesn't care. He's getting in. Nope. He rebounded by Abrahamson to Bronson. Bronson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Picard. Picard to Barkley for 3. Barkley still no good. Picard with another rebound for 2, no good again, and finally a rebound by the Vikings. Dylan was knocked over, but no foul, no call. It was not even on Dylan. Jump ball. Possession goes to the Golden Eagles now. So Golden Eagles with the ball now. Bronson over to Abrahamson. Abrahamson is going to pass it to Moses. Moses is going to pass it out to Picard for 3. No good. Rebounded by Prindle. Passes it to Estrada. Estrada trying to find a way to get across the half-court line. Gets it to Salamanca. Salamanca is being guarded by Picard. Drives. Offensive foul. So looks like Raymond and Jaimez checking back in for the Vikings. Golden Eagles with the ball on the other end here. 4:20 left in the third. So Dylan takes the ball forward for the Golden Eagles. Pass it down to Bear. Bear for 2. See, that's the connection that we missed out on the first half. Dylan was kind of, he was anticipating the passes, but the other team wasn't, or the other players weren't. Simon gets knocked down, but it doesn't matter. They get the turnover. They're coming back. Bear, 2 more points. Yeah, Golden Eagles, man, they are on fire now. 2 points, no good. Rebounded by Picard. Picard over to Abrahamson. Abrahamson's going to pass it to Barkley for an alley-oop. No good. Now is telling, Montez is telling the boys, slow it down, slow it down. Montez open for 3. No good. Abrahamson pops the ball up. 2 points, no good. Out of bounds, and Dylan knows. He says, that's us. So they get the ball back. 3:13 left. It's 22-39 now. Bear for 2, no good. Over the back foul going to be called. Again, by the one furthest away. Still won't make sense to me, but Vikings with the ball. Eagles on full court press now. Jaimez with the ball, being guarded by Abrahamson. Pass it to Montez, who's being guarded by Bronson. Over to Raymond, guarded by Barkley, but back to Montez. Montez looking to find somebody open. Cooper over to Jaimez. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. So Abrahamson's got 4 fouls now. Jaimez was fouled on the 3-point attempt. So it looks like Abrahamson might be sitting out for a while. Jaimez makes his first. See, I think Jaimez is the only one that hasn't struggled with their free throws as much as the rest of the Vikings have. He had a 3-point attempt that he was fouled on earlier. Okay, look, maybe I need to start saying something about that because, yeah, he misses his second. So Withers checks in for Dylan. Not sure what was going on over there, but I believe that they got their point. I'm not 100% certain. Barkley for 3. So almost a 20-point game now. Again, Nixyaawii is starting to. Okay, so Raymond saves the ball. He almost went out of bounds. He lost the grip, but he gets it back and he threw it over to Montez. Montez is probably looking to find someone to take a 3. Pass it over to Jaimez. Jaimez with the ball. Passes back to Montez. Montez is being guarded by John now. Montez gets 2. So that's one of their first actual field goals. Bear going to take it right in for 2. No good. Jumps up out of frustration knowing he got contact, but there's going to be no call. Foul count right now is Nixyaawii 5 to Umatilla 1. So Cooper went down, couldn't hold on, or he held on to the ball enough to pass it. 2 points now go to Raymond. So now Vikings are starting to try to heat back up. Barkley's running the point now. He's passing over to Bronson, back to Barkley. Barkley's gonna pass it back to Bronson for 3. 3 points is good for Rylan Bronson. Yep, last night I kind of deemed him the new name Rocket Rylan because man, that kid he can do just about everything. So Simon with the ball, he's a little big man there. Bounce pass all the way out to Raymond. Jaimez for 3, bounces around, no good. Offensive over the back being called against the Vikings. So that foul's on Prindle. Salamanca is in the game, and Armenta is in the game for the Vikings. Bears going to take the ball forward for the Eagles at this time. Less than a minute left in the third. John for 2, no good. A lot of contact, but again, they're not going to call it. So they get back on defense. Jaime up to Montez. Montez is going to pass it over to Armenta. Armenta back to Jaime, over to Montez. Gives it off to Raymond. Raymond gives it to Salamanca for 2. So it's a 15-point ball game, about 25 seconds left in the third. Barkley gets past the defense, gives it to Picard. Picard for the putback on his own. So if you've ever wanted to see a flop, right then and there would have been it, because Salamanca was trying to get a charge, but wasn't going to happen. Bear with the ball. No good. So 47-30 again, not the same game we've seen in the first half. Golden Eagles are up 17 now. A little bit of foul trouble. Dylan has 4. So he was sitting out for quite a while. Again, thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. This is Wyatona representing the Rez Show, representing the radio station here, KCW. Live in Umatilla. Golden Eagles are here to play the home team of the Umatilla Vikings. Girls varsity won earlier. It was 47-17. And right now it's 47-30 for the boys, and still have 8 minutes of play left to go. Also, the JV boys, Nixyaawii took a loss to Umatilla, 42-40. And then the girls JV in the half game that they had won 25-2. So but yeah, so we're getting ready here for fourth quarter action. It's going to be going to the Vikings. Armenta is going to inbound to Salamanca, guarded by Picard. So there's an over and back call, turnover by the Vikings. Bronson inbounds to Barkley. Barkley gives it to Bronson, over to Barkley, to John. John for 2, no good. Packs it out to Bronson for 2, no good. Gives it to Bear. Bear looked kind of lost, like, oh, what just happened? But Bear's got the ball now. Passes up to Barkley. Barkley's going to pass it over to Picard. Picard for 2, and it's good. Yep, their crowd really quieted down real quick after this half. They were real vocal in the first quarter, but once Nixyaawii heated up, then not so much of what they were. So Barkley got the steal on the fast break. 4-2. Barkley got his revenge because he got crossed up in the first half. So he crossed him back up, and he scored on him. Man, oh man, man, oh man, let me tell you. Golden Eagles on the defense now. They're playing back and forth with this, man. They're a little crossover, putting some kids on skates, let me tell you now. John for 2 off the assist of Bear, and it's good. So it's a 23-point game now, 30-53. 6:20 left in the game. 3-point shot was no good. Rebounded by Picard. Picard's going to take the ball down. See, now look at you probably can't see it with the angle here, but the look on the boys' faces now. The flop down there, all he's going to do is just sit under the paint and look for a call. So Munoz checking in for Umatilla, and Clements checking in for Clements and Schimmel checking in for the.
And Schimmel coming in for Nixyaawii. Estrada also checking in for Umatilla.
I'm not sure why they keep calling him Kerwin. Someone needs to change that in OSAA. But anyway, back to the action here. Umatilla with the ball now. Looks like the younger kids are in the game now. John's on the defense. Saint now on the defense, guarding number 12, Armenta. Barkley pass or guarding up on Montez. A foul on the shot.
Barkley with a foul.
Well, just kidding. It was before the shot.
His 4-17.
So that's Barkley's fourth now.
Line 1 and 1. Abrahamson's going to check back in for Nixyaawii.
So Abrahamson's in for Barkley. Montez is at the line for a 1-and-1 bonus. No good. Kywin couldn't grab onto it. Salamanca for three, still no good. Rebounded by John. John gives it over to Bear. So Moses is going to take it up for the Golden Eagles. 5:20 left in the ball game. 53-30. Golden Eagles are up by 23. Kywin for three, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Number 23 is taking it down. Nope, he's not. He's giving it back to Salamanca. Salamanca is going to drive it in. No good. Rebounded by Kywin. Kywin's going to pass it over to Bear. Bear is kind of getting a smile on his face. Pass it over to Abrahamson now. Abrahamson back in the game. Abrahamson down to Kywin. Kywin gives it back to Dylan. So Abrahamson over to Bear. Now they're killing the clock, it looks like. See, next couple seasons. So Kywin, nope. Out of bounds, is tapped out by Montez, so it's going to stay at the Golden Eagles. So Abrahamson's going to pass the ball in. Schimmel open, no good. Bear gets the ball back for the Golden Eagles, though. You could hear that loud and clear. Bear got slapped on the shot.
Montez with a foul, his fourth. At the line, shooting two, Moses. 13.
Bear has been efficient with his free throws. Had only missed one tonight. Missed two. Shake it off, he says. He's doing a little shimmy on the free throw line. Going ready for his second shot now. And he is good. So 1 for 2 on that attempt, bringing it up to a 24-point game now. 4:20 left in the ball game. So some great defense by the Golden Eagles now. They're kind of preventing any shots from happening. Saint's going to get a foul. It's going to send, who's that, number 30, Estrada to the line for a bonus. So now it's a comfortable enough lead that the younger players are going to start heading in. Saint is in the game. Kywin's in the game. And now Brocky. No good on their free throws again, but gets the ball back. Montez for a three. It's good. Kywin running the ball up now, gives it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson's looking around, he's going to dribble around, gets double team, pass to John over to Saint for two. No good. Rebounded by John though. Out. Nope. For two. Good to go. John showing them what's up. So Golden Eagles getting back on the defense there. Salamanca is being guarded by Clements. Clements staying right on top of him, not letting him breathe. So a foul on Clements now.
Kerwin with the foul, 1 and 1, Armenta.
Somebody is just looking for their participation award for this game. And it ain't any of the players. So it looks like number 12, Armenta, is at the line for the 1 and 1, and they've missed every single 1 and 1 opportunity they've had. Next one's going to be a double bonus, so 2 free throws. So Abrahamson guarded by Estrada. Kywin passed it over to Abrahamson. Abrahamson all the way over to Saint. And Schimmel being guarded up. Doesn't know how to dribble, apparently. Timeout taken by the Golden Eagles.
3:07 left in the game.
So 3:07 left in the ball game. It's 56-33. Can't quite say it's wrapped up just because anything can happen in 3 minutes, but Golden Eagles are looking to take the win today. Again, a lot of the younger players are in the game right now. So thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. Watching us on YouTube, listening to us on the airwaves, whatever it may be, we're glad you're here. Hope you guys are staying safe and staying warm out there as the weather has been crazy. We had freezing rain last night, and yeah, I don't know, it is what it is. And again, this is the last game for this week. Again, happy Indian New Year to you guys. H-nin kimti and miwit ayayani chimti anwiched. That's how you say it. Kayus Nez Perce and Umatilla languages. Indian New Year starts on the winter solstice. And that's when the cycle resets for our foods. So that's today. Probably, I believe they're having services tonight down there at the Longhouse. Back to the game, though. We got Abrahamson with the ball. Pass it over to Saint. Saint for double team. Again, doesn't know how to dribbles it. Hey, gets out of the defense, takes a couple of dribbles, and he banks it in for 2. So Montez being guarded by Schimmel now. Gotta be careful about fouls. Could be sending them to the line for 2. Not that it's really that much of a threat anymore due to their failure to make their free throws. So Abrahamson on the taking the ball down for the Golden Eagles. So now again they're probably just going to try to kill the clock a little bit. Kylin with the ball now. Drives it past him, gives it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson to John off of his leg. Saint takes the ball back, gets it to Abrahamson. Abrahamson, I know he wants to get the young guys in the play. No look pass over to Brocky for 3. No good. Rebounded by Saint for 2, and it's good. Saint, man, he may not be the tallest, but he's out there fighting for those boards, and he got that tonight. Foul on the shot by Withers. Kywin helping up the Montez there. So 1:48 left in the ball game. We are at a 28-point game now, so 3 points shy of a 30-point game. Again, very fast-paced action for the boys. So Montez is at the line for the Vikings to take 2. Misses the first. And number 35, Morphin Larios, is in for the Vikings. Makes his second substitution now. So number 33 is Langley checking in for the Vikings. The clock, okay, I was like, the clock took forever to start running. Abrahamson kept his handle, passed it to John for 2 and 1. Great look by Abrahamson. So John Withers gets the 2 points. So John John's going to shoot it for 2, or his and 1. A lane violation. So he missed the shot anyway, I believe. I kind of missed it. I was sitting there trying to look at the laptop, make sure things are going good. John John gets the block. Fast-paced action. When you want to be flashy, you got to do it and execute it, because that kid tried to be flashy and it just didn't work. 3 points in for number 23 for Munoz. 1 minute left. Schimmel with the ball now. Pass it over to Withers. Withers is going to pass it up to MJ. MJ's in the game. MJ Scott. Travel and called. Saint took a, man, Saint was trying to throw that into the rafters or something, man, because that was a high arc shot. The shot didn't count anyway since the travel was called beforehand. So now we got all of our younger players in. We got Schimmel, Scott, Waptes, the Brocky there, Withers, and Clements. Well, Clements is a senior this year. Another missed layup by the Vikings. 35 seconds left. Oh, man. Saint's going to take it from deep. No good. Rebounded by John John. Tipped out. Okay, no, it was saved by Golden Eagles, or by the Vikings. John John again. Kaiwan now is going to pass over to MJ. MJ for 3. No good. And, yep, that's about it, you guys. 8 seconds left. And that's it. That's all she wrote. 37-62. Golden Eagles get the lead, or get the win. So, again, thank you for tuning in to KCW LP Pendleton 104.1 FM. Live here in Umatilla. This is Wyatona representing the Red Show, representing the KCW radio station. Thank you again for tuning in. Hope you guys had a great night. Stay safe, stay warm, have a happy holidays. Let's see here. So our next game will be next Wednesday. So between then and now, wishing you a Merry Christmas. And again, a happy Indian New Year to you guys. We shall see you again. Until next time, this is Wyatona signing off.